My name's Glendon Marceau, and 52 years old. I'm a rice farmer from Jeff Davis Parish, Louisiana. I always had to call in to be a rice farmer. That's what I love. That's what I enjoy doing.
I'm Galen Franz. I'm a rice and cattle producer from Victoria, Texas. I farm in Victoria and Jackson counties. Probably the most southern and westerly rice in the central United States that's produced.
My name is Thomas Wynn. My family has been in the rice business for over 90 years.
My name is Alex Clark. I'm a fifth generation farmer from Missouri.
My name's Mitchell Thomas. I'm a rice and soybean farmer from Southeast Missouri. I've been involved with the Missouri Rice Council and U.S. Rice Producers Association for going on 5 years now.
Well, my name is Dennis DeLauder, and I was the original chairman of the U.S. Rice Producers Association, was part of the group that left the Federation.
USRPA is different from the other organizations in the fact that it's producer-driven. Whenever there's an issue that's about producers, it's producers that are taking care of that issue.
We want whatever is best for the producer, and that is the sole goal of the organization.
I believed in the message and the activities that U.S. Rice Producers Association engaged in. I believe that they had the greatest impact in international markets, which ultimately impacted my bottom line.
As a farmer, I'm just concerned about selling rice. I don't care what the form is, and USRPA does a great job of trying to move any form of rice.
And with the benefit and the help of USRPA in Louisiana, they have brought us direct to the buyer.
USRPA has been very effective at targeting the farmer's needs, at targeting the end user's needs, and facilitating the interaction between the two groups.
It is not that bureaucracy that you're going to find in the other organization that is dealing with them. It's that personal contact.
I was part of the Federation at one time. I went through their leadership class. Personally, if I needed something, I didn't feel like I was getting represented at a higher level.
I've seen a lot of how the Federation is structured. I think USRPA does a better job of focusing primarily on farmer-specific issues.
We tried to work a solution with the other organization who says they were representing only producers.
And so it was heavily dominated by the mills.
I do not want that speaking for me on my issues.
And because of that, we left and formed the U.S. Rice Producers Association.
A producer-driven organization, solely run by producers, speak only for producers, and take care of producer issues.
That's why it was formed, that's how it was birthed, and it was all because of the mill domination on the board.
USRPA does a great job of trying to move any form of rice. They're very good with the Latin American markets, Central America, Mexico. With their help, we've moved a lot of rice in that region over the last years.
I think it's very important that producers meet with those buyers. They have that face-to-face connection, no matter what country it might be in, even if it's in the U.S. It's important to have that personal relationship with your buyer.
They want to know who they're buying it from. And that is the real advantage, I think, because USRPA has that contact, that personal contact.
I personally made a sale direct to the Mexico mill in Monterey. Boom, right there, we made a deal that night on 80 truckloads of rice direct to Monterey. A week later, we're getting paid, the deal's done.
One of the flagship programs, or activities, I guess would be the correct term, that the U.S. Rice Producers Association has engaged in is the Rice Marketing Technology Convention.
It's probably the greatest networking thing for the rice industry that I've heard of or ever seen. I mean, there's no comparison. There's so many deals being made in the midst of this conference, you know, and it's a great thing.
And the reason it is so huge is because it lets us meet with these people in a setting that is like sitting across the table, being able to talk to them and hearing what their concerns are. So it's really important that young producers realize that their livelihood, if they want to be rice farmers, is in that export market, and that export market is going to be, the key is going to be in the paddy rice to keep that flowing.
The Rice Producers Association has been instrumental in getting the Southwest Louisiana Rail Facility operational. From that business model, they developed into the Port of Lake Charles, which has successfully exported multiple vessels of rice annually for the last several years.
Let's get this question answered once and for all. The China business is was started by the USRPA.
The Rice Advocate is the USRPA's avenue for getting in touch with our farmers,
in which the reader can determine market information through a market update, current events, policy level updates, and how your checkoff dollars are being spent overseas through promotional program updates.
It's an overall great source for information up and down the board.
It's free of charge, it's a subscription. All you have to do is send your email address and get on the list, and it's one of the best ways to keep up to date on what is happening in the rice industry across the board.
The most important thing I think USRPA stands for and does for the rice farmer is they speak for me.
If I had to give a message to younger rice farmers, or any rice farmer for that matter, that's not currently involved, it would be to get involved.
Yes, there's a learning curve, but as you learn, you're going to be able to use that in your day-to-day operation and understand what I call the backdrop. What's the backdrop of the rice industry? And the more that you get involved, just take step by step by step, then it will all start to make sense and you'll enjoy it.
A lot of them are ready, they just don't know it.
You don't want to be passive and the government go about their business. I think you need to be involved.
So again, as farmers get involved in their own farming operation, they have to be looking at where that product is going from the farm gate and how they can be involved in making sure that they've got a strong market there and that it stays strong.
And that is the benefit that USRPA has.